Hello everybody, this is Larry from NWI Bikes. Appreciate you joining me today. I'm going to show you how to clean a chain on a E-cells, get it right, E-cells Super 1500 Monarch. And I'm going to be using a Park Tool chain cleaner, and I'm going to put it here on this chain. It's very easy to do. I'm using for a solution, I put in Citrus Chain Bright by Park Tool. This is a friendlies to your hand stuff. That's why I'm not wearing rubber gloves. So yeah, anyway, you just fill it to the fill mark here, and which I already did. And then you come over to your chain, put your chain in like so. Also has a brush on top of this. Inside, of course. Let me get her to match up here. There it is. Clamps on the end. Clamp close. Okay. And what you want to do is to make sure your bike is one of your speeds are in one of the lower gears. Makes it a lot easier to pedal. I tried doing it in reverse on this one a few times, and this bike won't let me. Some bikes will, but no, it keeps coming off the chain ring in the front here, sprocket. But you just run it through there, and it's kicking up the fluid inside of it. And the brushes, it's picking up the fluid, putting it through the chain, falling right back down. That's a very important thing to do in part of maintenance. It's easy. You can buy this stuff right off of Amazon. Just go slow here, and that's all there is to it. Get all that sand off your chain. These guys that I see YouTubers, they're playing on the beach and spinning sand all over the place. That's got to be the worst thing for your bike. For the cassette and the chain ring up front and the chain itself. Okay, so far so good. I might just feel it with my hand. Oh yeah, the gunk has already come off of it. Alright, so far so good. So what I'm going to do now, break the clamps. Yeah, well, that wasn't supposed to do that, but it did. Okay. No big deal. It didn't break. I guess you should put maybe cardboard on the floor if you're worried about splash, which I'll wipe it up here in a minute. But what I'll do then is get yourself an old cloth and just pedal her slowly again. You'll get a lot of this fluid off of it. And a lot of the sand and gunk will come off with it. A lot of it's already inside of the chain cleaner tool. Now, if it was real dirty, I would come up here to the cassette and probably spray it with the degreaser I have. You could even, I don't know, spray with WD-40. That's a good degreaser. But what you really have to be careful for, in my case here, and a lot of you guys, we all have painted rims, except the gold ones, but I wouldn't want the stuff to go dripping all over my paint. I don't think I'll do anything to it except spot it up, and just another pain in the butt, something you have to clean. But so far this chain's looking really nice. You can see it. So it's. I should have used a white one, but for purposes of the camera. But anyway, here I'm going to run her again. So far, so good. But this is something you should be doing on a regular basis. I mean, I do this once a month. Not in the wintertime, of course, but I mean, if I'm riding a lot, which I don't know, I believe I've had this bike since the beginning of May, and I have a little over 200 miles on it. Yeah, I've been doing some pedaling, but today was a cooler day. I got my ride in early this morning. I was actually following some power lines where tree cutters are out there clearing, and they made a road underneath, so that was pretty neat. I should have filmed it, which I didn't. But anyway, I had weeds stuck all over this thing. But I decided today would be a good day to clean the chain. Okay, now that we have that done, what I'm going to do is I also have this other, it's called Finish Line No Drip Chain Luber. I put some of the Finish Line dry bike lubricant. That's just the stuff I like. You know, everyone's got their preference. I don't like anything real oily, and this is I don't know. It's a weird. It's not oily. It's more of a wax, I think. But anyway, I've had good luck with that. And anyway, this, of course, it has a sponge, and you can see here. It comes out now. You don't want to get too crazy with it, of course, but okay, let's go that way. I'm going to try it this way. It might work a little better. Yeah. No, that won't either. I'm going to go up high. There we go. That'll work. You can't hold it the other way. It won't come out, right? And the sponge kind of controls it, so it getting an even amount. Whoops, getting an even amount on your chain. But anyway, yeah, you gotta get that sand and crud off your chain. These bikes, as you know, are not cheap. You take care of it, it'll take care of you. And nobody wants to go to the bike shops, because there's a lot of shops won't even work on your e-bike unless you bought it from them, or they sell them. E-cells, I believe Dave Cleveland, E-cells itself, in Nevada, they're the only ones that where you can get an E-cells bike. I don't believe he has any dealers yet. Okay, let's see how this is. Okay, it's a little damp. That's how you want it. I got a little bit more in here. I didn't put too much in because I didn't want to have to add oil, take it back out, put it back in the other bottle. Okay, so far so good. Scoot in here a little closer so I could reach up to the, I'm going to do a little shifting here. Get it to go through the cassette. Yeah, so far this is good. I won't need to adjust the derailleur. That's kind of what it's supposed to do. Okay. All right, guys, that's it. Don't be afraid to clean your chain. It's no big deal if you have the right tools. And again, I want to thank you for watching this. I hope it wasn't too long. I hope you learned something. Uh, Maybe next time I'll show you how to take the chain off. I'll, get the master link off, and if your chain ever gets all boogered up on here, that's the only way to really get the chain off. So you have to take it off, and we used to clean them that way years ago on my 10 speeds. We'd take them off, and my buddy owns the bike shop. I'd take the chain over there, and we'd power wash it off, or in solvent, we'd clean it, and then he would put it in a hot wax dip. And we would do that every other week. Okay, thanks again for joining.